here. Hello everyone, we are live and ready to go. Welcome aboard. Okay, so let's just start off really quickly taking a look at the plan. Here's a structure that people might be getting tired of seeing. This is Minmus Station. I have a contract to expand Minmus Station. I've given everything that it needs, but one thing it needs is 6,000 units of liquid fuel. And if we take a look here, it says it has 5,564 units of liquid fuel. And in case anyone is wondering, yes, that was entirely 100% my fault. Of course it was my fault. When I was counting up how much extra fuel this thing needed, apparently I was looking at the oxidizer. I went back and confirmed that looking back at a previous episode. Hello there, Javier. That was a couple of episodes ago. And yeah, I was counting oxidizer. You can see I have plenty of oxidizer, but it's liquid fuel that I'm really in need of. And yes, that was coming up in the chat. It was being noticed by people, and I wasn't noticing the chat once again. I'm going to continue to do my best to do a better job of reading the chat. It probably will have saved my stupidity on more than a couple of occasions. So anyway, what we need to do is bring up another about 500 units of liquid fuel. I also want to bring up here a bunch of that deployable science stuff and connect that all to the lander. The lander's here, everything's tons of fueled up, and then we'll get a pile of Kerbals out this way. We'll stock up the lab with a couple of scientists. We'll get this lab running and generating some science as well. So that's going to be the goal, generating science, getting that going. So why don't we get ourselves into the VAB and produce a little probe to come out here to bring out 500 more units of liquid fuel. Get this thing going. All right, so into the VAB we go. And let's see here. 500 units is what I need. That's, let's just find I want to do this as simply as I can. That's 360. That is 720. Oh, I arrange these by mass. And of course, I do want to bring up the matching oxidizer so I don't get myself in. Ooh, this one's 540. That might be the better plan. Right there. Yeah, I like this. This one. That's the one we're going to use here. So, here, let's actually start with a more sensible idea. We'll start off with a probe core. There is our liquid fuel we're going to bring up. And let's see here. Let's put on, get the payload here. How big is that thing? It's pretty big, I think. Payload. Oh, it's a 1.875 meter part, I think. Okay, I think I know how I'm going to cover this up because this will be too small. Yep. So we're going to get a 1.875 meter fairing. Don't build the fairing just yet. And then that way we're able to build something around this. That should work pretty good. We need some reaction wheels. There we go. And actually, I'm going to turn this off. I don't want to end up using any of this fuel. I need a couple of antennas so it can communicate. This is going to be a brain-dead simple thing. There we go. And it's going to need... Yeah. It's going to need some other stuff in a second, but why don't we see if we can build an engine to go under it. Wouldn't mind. Wonder if I took another one of these and then stuck an engine under it. Terrier. I don't want to include... I think I'm doing this right. Yeah. So I don't want to include that fuel. I need about 1,200 meters per second. This isn't going to be enough. This is going to be bigger again than I always think it's going to be. That's going to be too big. So I want to get approximately... Oh, wait, I'm still vacuum, silly. Hey there, Ann B, how are you? Okay, oh, so this is tons of fuel. I had that on sea level delta V rather than... Tons of fuel there. Okay, let's see what else we can get. Those are too big. That's in the ballpark. Might have to add a little bit to it. Don't have the big reaction wheels yet, do I? No, I don't. So this will have to serve up here at the top. Okay, and the other thing, how much is this to for... Oh, thrust to weight's 0.5, that's fine. Let's put on... I gotta think about this. Because I want to... Let me explain what I'm doing here. I want to take a container and eventually attach this to the... I can get it out. To the lander, and then this is going to hold various deployable science-y stuff. That's the plan. Okay, so we're going to... But I want it to be able to detach from this. We are building something that's going to take 500 units of liquid fuel up to Minmus Station to finish off a contract to have 6,000 units of liquid fuel. It's also going to bring up a container full of deployable science stuff for the lander, and then we're going to send some Kerbals up there. We're going to get some stuff done. That's the plan. Where was I at? I was at docking ports. That's what I was at. So I'm going to use a junior... And then another junior. And then a structural part. That one. And then this. And then getting back to here. I want now a Clampetron Senior. I actually have mixed docking ports up there, so I really do have to think about how this is all going to work. Let's put on, before I forget, some solar panels. Stack of sats will do just fine. Put 8-way symmetry on that. There. All around the reaction wheels and some batteries. We'll go 2-way symmetry there. 2-way symmetry there. That's 400 units of electric charge. I'm sure that will be fine. Okay, let's fill this up with science-y gizmos. Now, we want, oh wait, this is the wrong one. This one, cargo. This is the deployable science that comes from the Breaking Ground DLC. We'll deal with solar panels in a little bit. Do I need to have a communitron? Here, let's start with the... There's the... that's the goo thing. You need first the control system. That's the first thing. And it has an antenna rating of 500K. Let me see what that compares to if I take a look at antennas. That's comparable to a single communitron, which honestly should be fine. That should be fine for transmitting, so that's good to know. So I don't need to get into this ground station antenna. This will have the ability to transmit. So I need the experimental control thing. I need a weather analyzer. Won't make sense on the surface of Minmus. A deployable goo container. I do need the Grand Slam I can't even say it. Grand Slam passive seismometer. That will go in there. And then I'm going to need some solar panels. And how much power this generation's no problem being late, everyone. How much... The amount of power these solar panels generate depends upon the level of the engineer that deploys them. I only have level 1 engineers, I believe, to date. So... a level 1 engineer, these will generate 2 units of power. So I only need at least one. Do I need a second one? Probably. Because this thing requires 1 unit of power. This thing requires 1 unit of power. It says so right here. And this thing requires 1. So I'm going to need 3 units of power. So that's 2 solar panels. That will provide 4 units of power as long as I have an engineer to deploy them. Okay, I think, now how's my Delta V? My Delta V is still doing fine. So I think we're getting actually close to something that's going to work for me. Hard to believe, really, to be honest. I remember I'm going through my checklist now. Yeah, I think this will be fine. So what we're going to do is I'm going to build a fairing, and this fairing's just going to go to here, and then we're just going to close it. And I'm going to put it 4 sides on that, so it'll just break open later on. And then we're going to get a 2.0. Oh, can I just stick a nose cone on top of that? Well, that just looks stupid. I don't see why not. Why not just put a nose cone on there? That's what I think I'll do. Step back a second. How's that? Why won't that work? And then we'll disable the nose cone. I'm now thinking of getting this thing into space. So put on the staging. There we go. That will get staged before this engine does, yeah. And then that will lose the nose cone. Do I want? Yeah, let's take a Separatron. No, we'll just lose the nose cone. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So there's our wacky craft. This is a I don't know, a supply barge, Minmus supply barge. Save that. That should have what it. Oh, RCS, RCS. I knew I was forgetting something. So here, I'm just noticing these solar panels. I don't like the way. There. The reaction wheels was peeking out. RCS, RCS. So we need a bit of monopropellant, not a lot. Dum dum dum. There. Where can I know where I can stick these. If we take this solar panel and remove its symmetry, throw it away. And then take this solar panel, remove its symmetry, throw it away. And then that's where these guys are going to go. Tuck them in just a little bit. There, I'm happy with that. Oh, a little more. That's a lot more, but whatever. Okay. Still good on Delta V. Need thruster blocks. Where is the center of mass of this thing? This is a wacky shape, to say the least. We'll just put 4 of them up here. And 4 of them down here-ish. Just gonna rotate these just a little bit. Maybe translate them downwards. So they're kind of more on the engine than, well, whatever. I think they'll be fine. Sure. Okay, now we need to get this thing into orbit. It has a mass of 13.3-ish tons. Do I have a booster? 13.3-ish tons. Oh man, I have way too much of a gap here. I go from 11.4 tons to 20.9 tons. Can I get this one to work? That would be just great. Delete the fairing. How much delta V is that? Here, just a second. Again, in the interest of time, I want to try and see if I can reuse a booster. This is so close. I'm wondering if I can just modify this just a little bit. That thrust is high. What if... Take you off. Take this off. Replace that with that fuel can. That should do it. It's good for delta V anyway. So it's a modified version of a booster I already had. Looking at textures, which is I spend entirely too much time worrying about that kind of stuff. Okay, so all four of these are going to go off at the beginning. Then those big ones on the there and there, they come off. When, oh, all 5 engines are kicking off at the beginning. So let's see what our thrust to weights are like. Okay, we need more thrust on the bottom end here. Actually, probably more thrust in a lot of places. Let's take a look at all these thrusts. I have a lot of delta V. Let's see if we can just take out some of this fuel. It's just more smart to start taking it out from the bottom. Okay, 3,642 meters per second in the lifter. This upper stage has a thrust to weight of 1.07, which isn't super, but hopefully should suffice. Then the middle stage is 1.95. To be honest, I probably want that. I can get that a little higher. Let's get it closer to 2. No, that's too much. I hate that there's a delay between when you adjust this and when this comes up. 2.03, that's fine. And then I gotta adjust the sea level. A little bit more thrust on these first stage. 1.33, always what I'm shooting for. I don't know. I think I might be something. Let's again check staging. Lose those ones. Lose those the littler ones. Gonna lose the fairing and the nose cone. And then it's just that top one. Sure. Why not? Okay. Then what I want. Oh yeah, I gotta turn this engine back on. Right here. Yeah, I don't know. I could put in more fuel, but then I'm wasting fuel. I shouldn't be so worried about that kind of stuff, honestly. I mean, I have tons of cash. I shouldn't really... Alright, I'm going to fly this thing. I'm going to fly it. We're going to see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Perhaps some more solid boosters. Yeah, I don't know. I just slapped... I wanted to minimize the amount of actual things I was doing to this. Okay, I can see it's nighttime. Again, we're on our way to Minmus. Let's turn everything off. There we go. On our way to Minmus. So let's start by setting that as our target. Centering our view on Kerbin. I've been going to Minmus a lot. So should be getting pretty used to going to Minmus. Again, I want to launch into, if I can do it. Well, of course I can do it. I've done it a lot of times. I think I just missed this node. Oh, we're really close. Okay, let's see. I want to launch into the same plane as Minmus's orbit. So I always start by getting all these orbits edge on. Centering my view on Using the moon's orbit as an indication of where the equator is. There we go. So right there's the equatorial ascending node of Minmus's orbit. We're going to go right to there. We're going to launch. We're going to go 6 degrees towards the north. I know, night launch. Very, very sorry, but I just want to get her done, so to speak. Okay, let's do it. Of course, if this works, we're going to call this, we're calling this a mission. If this fails, we're calling this a test. Or at least the launch part of it. I always sort of use the rule that, let's lock that on prograde. I always use the rule that the launch is testing, but once the launch and the low orbit insertion is done, then you're on a mission. If things go wrong, you best just deal with it. I want a heading of about 83 degrees. I'm looking at the heading here. Seems about right. Keep that locked on prograde. Seems to be doing all right. I really want to start. I've been sort of like not doing great when it comes to getting science, and I really want to start getting science so I can start unlocking bigger parts, start getting into bigger missions. I'm seeing a mention of shuttles. I'm seeing a mention of interplanetary stuff. I do want to get all that done, but I just want to unlock a little bit more tech before I get started with that. Right now, this is behaving very, very well. Oh, we're about to lose a stage here. There we go. And, oh my gosh, a little bit of a steeper ascent than I normally do, but that's okay. Okay, Apoapsis just passed 80 kilometers, so I'm just going to kind of glide from here on in. Need those Rapier engines. What I really want is to get the Whiplash engines. To me, those open up a lot as far as single-staged orbits craft. Actually, I have a single-staged orbit craft. I shouldn't. I'm going to try. Might be even using it this episode. We'll see how it goes. I think I might. I do have a single-staged orbit craft. Okay, I want to... How far are we? Yeah. I want to sort of tilt up a bit, to pitch up, and so when I lose this nose cone, I'm nervous to stage. Oh no, I don't want to stage. That's I was right to nervous to stage. Now I can stage. There we go. And now we'll pitch down. I wanted to push that nose cone out of my path. That's what that was about. Okay, let's get ready. What's my inclination? 5.9 degrees. That's not bad. Target was 6. Okay, let's get this right on the horizon. Start throttling up. Got a lot still to bring up. Use those. There we go. This is just locking on program. Getting too close. Again, my goal is always just to keep Apoapsis ahead of me. We are going full thrust here. Might need to pitch up just a bit just to push that Apoapsis. That's 5 seconds to Apoapsis. I don't want that to get to 0. Always starting that burn too late. 4 seconds to Apoapsis. Start 5 seconds to Apoapsis. How's that doing? No, still. Pitch up again. There we go. Let's see what that's like. What's my inclination like? 6.6 degrees. I way overdid it. Need to come more this way. Bringing that inclination down. Okay. Getting close. Reduce throttle. Let's just cut the throttle just for a moment. There we go, 83 by 83 and 6.1 degree inclination. Happy with that. Okay, let's lose this booster. Yeah, let's lose that. That's the other thing I need to, it's when I play my, my games where I'm not in such a rush, my modded games, and I put all kinds of effort into so this will deorbit and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm just living with the debris and deleting it later. Okay, this should be good. Let's extend the antennas before I forget about that. And extend this antenna. Alright, so we're off to Minmus. Where is Minmus? There we are. It takes too much time to fly SSTOs. It does, but it's so much fun. Okay. All right, let's get this all set up. More. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was... I just adjust it by 1 second intervals. Even that's too much. A little bit more on the prograde. Okay. Closer to Minmus. Okay, and our target... Let's bring the stations back there. Oh, this is gonna suck. We have a huge inclination change to make. This is our rendezvous. We want to make a rendezvous with Minmus Station. You can see we're coming in pretty darn close to perpendicular to the plane of our target. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. That's pretty good. And I could wait. If I wait and let Minmus rotate around, this angle will start to come down. But I'm impatient. Let's see which way. The station's coming around this way, so we would like to actually come south of the station down here. So we'll deal with that in a minute. We'll have to do a mid-course correction right now. Do a quick save just before I time warp, because I always mess up the time warping. Landing space planes is fun. Alright. Get this set. So what? Almost a 3-minute burn with the little Terrier engine on the bottom. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button for time warping. Okay, let's get ready. Yeah, I think I will bring out my space plane, my very low-tech space plane that I have built. As I do have an idea of how that's going to be useful. We're not going to hit our booster here, are we? No. That would be bad. That is something I have done before. Is run into my own discarded stages. Get back on there. There we go. Yeah, Minmus isn't so bad as far as landing TOs on them, like space planes on them, because of its, you know, the flats are, well, flat, right? So it actually gives you a nice flat surface from which to land and to run on. Though, to be honest, I kind of prefer not to land them that way. I kind of land them, when I have done it, which hasn't been a lot, but I tend to land them vertically, just like you would land any kind of powered landing, and then I would let them fall over and use RCS to kind of just put them horizontal, getting ready for takeoff. You think this is it's a functional rocket. And again, I'm not using this fuel on purpose because that's the fuel that's got to get to Minmus Station. We're just going to run it on this. It should be good. I just realized I think I have a new piece of science too. I think I have the magnetometer. I could have put that onto this thing. Oh well. One thing at a time. Yeah, that's what I tend to do, DeWolf, is just land, not quite on the nozzles, just like try and come down and then try to make it horizontal and just kind of draw. Minmus, it's not so bad because the gravity's not a big... Again, not that I've done it for a long time. Because my more common pattern in my careers is to do the kind of thing I'm doing now, is to build dedicated spacecraft that stay in space. So a dedicated lander around Minmus and dedicated runabouts to run between Kerbin and Minmus and the moon. Okay, we're coming close here. Whoa, that just blew right by. Let's put on RCS and back that up. Okay. So close that. Put that in a position so the solar panels are sure to get some exposure. We need to make a correction burn. Just kind of plunk her out here somewhere. Come on, there we go. And again, I think I need to come to the south to make this work. Minmus Station is coming that way. Yeah, I do. So we'll come southwards. And I can see a little radially the other way. Step up the time and see if moving this forward or backwards in time makes a big difference. Oh, it does. Further in time makes a good difference. Always want to play around with where's that best spot. I mean, this doesn't cost you any fuel, just to do it later, or earlier as the case might be. Oh, this is making a big difference right here. Come on. All right, that's good enough. Okay, we need to bring that back radially this way, I think. Station's in a 50-kilometer orbit or thereabouts. That's too much. We'll do that, and then we'll do the any further corrections we'll do en route. So let's see, that burn's coming up in a couple of days, so it's going to be safe to leave this guy. So let me show you sort of part 2 of this. I'm going to get back to Kerbin, and in orbit around Kerbin is Kerbin Station here. This is a chunko station that maybe one day I will get to Kerbin Station. It's part of a previous mess up. But right now, I just want to go to Kerbin Station. So, this is my crew. I want to get to Minmus. I don't think any of them have ever been to Minmus before, and they have not, so that's cool. And this is the ship that will take them to Minmus, and it's all fueled up and ready to go. But, I do have Haidous in orbit here in need of a rescue. So why don't we, this is something that's been kicking around for a while, why don't we see if we can not rescue Haidous? Now, we're actually in not a bad spot. Haidous is coming in behind us. So what we're going to do, try and hasten. And we're not going to rescue in this craft, because although this craft is fairly efficient. No, they both have the same engine. I'm going to go with the smaller craft. It'll use less fuel. So we're going to take Jebediah. Jebediah, I think, should be in here. Yep. Jebediah is going to go in here. This craft, I think, is all fueled up and ready to go. I think so. And monopropellant, good. Let's go. So we're going to go do that rescue. Let's come back here. Take advantage of the fact that we have a ship in orbit ready to go. So, what we want is for Haidous here to catch up to us. She is in the lower orbit. I'm assuming it's a she. So, being in the lower orbit, she's going to be going faster. She'll catch up. But there's a bit of a distance here. It'll take a while for her to catch up. So, I'm going to want to try and expedite this. Let's set her as a target. I'm going to set up a maneuver here. We're going to just start... Oh, no. First step, sorry, is to bring down our periapsis. In fact, it's just... I don't even need a maneuver node. We're going to bring down our periapsis so that it is in contact with her. She's 85 by 70. Oh, we'll just do this by eyeball. So let's put this on retrograde. Hi, John. No problem being late. Hi, Felipe. All right. I always want to look here, make sure I'm not going to drive into the station. It's always a good thing. So we're just going to go retrograde until our periapsis just touches. That looks pretty good. For doing that by eyeball, I think that's pretty good. Okay. Just touches Haidous' orbit. Now you can see when we get there, she's going to be here. So what we're going to do when we get to here is we're going to do a burn in this direction. And notice how that's going to increase the size of our orbit, which slows us down. The whole idea being to slow us down so that we'll meet up with her on the next orbit. Whoops, let's open this up. Come on, there we go. So I need to see that again. 70, so let's see. A little less. 2.4 is as close as it seems like I can make it. That's okay. We'll do with that. And this is going to be a 110 meter per second burn. Our encounter speed is 137 meters per second, so it's going to cost us that to do the rendezvous, and then we got to get back. I just want to make sure I'm okay. I'm good for Delta V. 696 meters per second at Delta V. You always want to take a quick look at that. All right. Hello, Joe. How are you today? Okay. Well, let's get to that burn. Is this full thrust? It is. Back to here. It's been a long time since I've used this spacecraft, but it's showing itself to be practical right now. Get ourselves close to the burn here. Now you can see it's telling us that our closest approach at an intersect is 912 kilometers, but that's actually like on the orbit we're on now. As soon as we pass this and we're on to the next orbit, this should update. So we'll see. But we're gonna make this burn. 20 seconds to the burn. I'm gonna wait till I'm 9 seconds from the burn, which is the burn time, and then I'm gonna go to half throttle. That's my plan. I'm just going to keep it locked on prograde. Jeb's got this. There we go. But there's our encounter distance for realsies, so I can just keep watching that. Slow down. I hope people can see the numbers. I know they're always really small. Oh, that was it. Now let's use some RCS. I went too far. I got 2.43632. That's it. About 2.3 kilometers is our closest approach. That seems to be the best we got. That's okay. And now all we got to do is one more orbit. Here, you can watch it from here. One more orbit, and we should be, as we come up here and slow ourselves down, we should be slowing ourselves down in such a way that Haidous gets to catch up with us. Here we go. Really useful tool, this being able to kind of adjust the period of your orbit so that you can get these encounters. Should be a little slow down here a bit. We're 4 minutes away from our encounter. Remember, we're missing by about over 2 kilometers, so we should see if we can do some adjustments on this. Let's see, if I burn this way, does this make it better? Nope, that makes it worse. Burn this way. That's making it better. We're making it... Notice I'm actually pushing the retrograde icon away from the target icon. That's because we're coming in on such a curved path. And I'm just going to keep burning in this direction as long as this encounter distance is going down. Oh, it just started going up. That's your cue to stop. I'm getting closer here. Start reduce. Oh, again. I think I can just stick on to that. Missing by about 1 kilometer, but yeah, I gotta burn it. I gotta burn this way. There we go. I'll be a little careful. Still coming in at over 100 meters per second. Whoa. Whoa, Nelly. There, 50 meters. Lock it onto there. And we are less than 40 seconds away because we're going so fast. So let's start really slowing down here relative to our target. As long as you can push that time to target up, then you're okay. As soon as you can't do that anymore, you're going to end up probably crashing into it. Oh, this is somehow messed up now. Oh boy. Okay. Stuff to kind of watch. These are not giving us proper numbers now. Oh, now they're right. 5.6 meters in 17 seconds. Let's slow down. Oh no, you landed on the moon, but you're... Yeah, I never did talk about taking off from the moon or Minmus, did I? I don't think I ever did. I think I remember landing a probe there. Oops. Sorry, is it astronomical? Like that. Yeah. I have a video on how to land on Minmus, but not a video on how to take off again, so your Kerbal stuck there and died. I am very, very sorry. Kerbals are used to it, though. What kind of... She looks like she's in a Mark II landing can. Here, let's actually... Here, we can light it up a bit. Because we got some lights on the front of this, don't we? Yeah, I do. These are the worst lights ever. I think they're being blocked by this platform. Okay, let's just stop. Come on. Okay, turn up. Rotate for the hatch. Let's get her aboard. So, Haidous is an engineer. Okay. Lights on, RCS on. I always like these rescue contracts. I find them kind of fun, but also, you know, free Kerbals. Or at least free to the sense of whatever it costs to rescue them. Alright, we have to go back to the station now. So we're going to turn that one off, turn that one on. There is our station. Oh, this might work out well as well. This might work out really well. Look how we're coming up behind the station. See if we can do this just normal, straight up, no shenanigans type of rendezvous. Let's go around like this. Ooh. That regular old boring rendezvous. That's about it. About 0.7 kilometers, and that burn's coming up in 29 minutes. I'm noticing this is a 2-second burn, so we're gonna knock some thrust off of that there. Put that on orbit. Okay. And again, same thing, it's a short burn, so we're gonna wait till I'm 6 seconds from the burn, which is the burn time, and then we're gonna go to half thrust. Like that. And we're just going to watch our intersect distance when it pops up. I'm a big fan of maximizing everything I can do without having to go to map view. So you can finish this with some RCS. I can still probably. Oh no, it's starting to go up now. Oops. Okay. About a kilometer separation coming up. Put the view this way. Only used up about half the fuel. Our station. There's our station. See, I gotta come this way. Oh, that's making it worse. That's making it better. 50-meter separation now. Let's get in nice and close. Let's back up. Control from here. Alrighty, let's switch over. Here, let's slow down just a little bit more. Okay. Switch over to the station. We're going to go for this docking port. Go back. Set that as a target. Nope, it's going to go a little more this way. I can see that now. Alright, in my one mod I have installed, putting on this little red docking alignment indicator because it makes life so much easier. I am resisting the urge to put on more mods. Aim camera, that's what I'm looking to do. But, given how much I love building stations and docking and all that kind of stuff, I think having a docking mod of some kind, I think, was required, and this is a pretty minimal docking mod, really. Let's slow down a bit. That way. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to KSP2. When it comes to KSP2, I think the best word I'm going to use is just cautious optimism. I mean, I know there's been a ton of delays and a ton of other shenanigans that have gone on. And if the way I always look at sequels, this game owes me nothing. This franchise owes me nothing. If this turns out to be the best Kerbal Space Program has to offer, I am going to be more than happy with that. If KSP2 ends up being fantastic, obviously that is a ton of gravy on my KSP cake, if you like to have gravy on your cake. But if KSP2 ends up being underwhelming, it's underwhelming. We got this. So I'm not, I'm not someone who gets all bent out of shape when things aren't exactly what I anticipate them to be. But we'll have to wait and see, obviously. Okay, so what we got up here? Who do we got up here? We got Haidous, who's got to come down to the surface in order to satisfy that rescue contract. We have Jeb and Leonard, Leonard and Catrig, who are going to go to Minmus, but there is a science lab on Minmus. I would really like to have 2 scientists to work that science lab to maximize the amount of science that science lab can generate. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the surface. We're going to get out my space plane. We're going to fly up another scientist. We're going to also use a pilot, and then that pilot will come and bring what's-her-name back. We got some contract stuff here. Save Haidous has been... It's not been... Oh, just that parameter's been complete. Haidous Kerman is now part of your program crew. That's great. But what I want to do is actually... Oh, the sun's about to come up. We'll do a sunrise flight. We'll fly into the sun. We are going to get my space plane 1 here. My low-tech space plane. We need to pick a pilot. Valentina, sure, why not? You know, let's take our least... Oh, Valentina might be my least... Oh, no, I think Kertop's my least experienced pilot. And then scientists... Well, not... Yeah. I can say... Oh, let's send up Bob. Bob has... Does it tell you what he's done? There he is. So he's planted a he's gone to the moon, he's planted a flag on Minmus 2, but with the 2, you know, the faster they generate science with the higher level. So we'll send up Bob. So there we go. There's our crew. Let's do this. It's been a little while. I've only flown this thing once. And for the... Jesus, I forgot how back heavy it is. And for those people that have not seen this thing, it's a single stage to orbit space plane, so it qualifies, but no jet engines, just rockets. So I'm trying to remember how I set this up. Let me just take a quick look at the action groups here. I must have... Yes, when I hit 1, that shuts off these engines and turns on the Terrier engine. And, oh well, I guess we'll just do this thing. Why not? So, this. Come on, go away. There we go. I think we're ready to go. So we're just going to put SAS on. We're going to put the view on chase. We're going to take the brakes off and throttle up. And we're going to punch this thing. Here we go. And I know it's dark right now, but we are flying into the sun. You got to take off pretty slowly because you don't want to knock those engines in the back. And I want to go up to about a 45-degree pitch. And a heading of 90 degrees. Oh, shoot. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to look at where the station is. Okay. We'll see how this goes. I have no idea where the station is. Where's the station? Oh, it is way on the other side of the planet. Okay, okay. Might be a while before these folks get there, because I did not plan that very well. So we're going to stay at this 45-degree pitch until we get to about 10 kilometers on altitude, and then I'm just going to lock it to prograde, and from then on it's just going to fly like a rocket. That is the plan. Okay, so locking that onto prograde. Just letting it go. Not doing much anything. Now, if these were jet engines, I would not take off at that 45-degree pitch. I would be at a much shallower pitch to allow those jet engines to really, really build up speed. But with rocket engines, they have higher thrust and higher efficiencies at thinner atmosphere. So getting up to the thinner atmosphere is a plan. Okay, I'm going to start reducing thrust. I'm watching my time to apoapsis here. It's about just over a minute. And I don't want that now getting away from me. I want that just to sort of stay around where it is. So I'm just reducing thrust. Still reducing thrust. Still reducing thrust. There we go. I'm just letting this ride up. And then by reducing thrust, you end up affecting your apoapsis not as much, but you're really starting to bring up that periapsis, and it makes that final insertion a lot cheaper. I think I need a little bit of thrust now, don't I? Well, maybe not. It's at about 1 minute and 8 seconds. And I don't know. I'm not quite sure when's the best place to switch over to the Terrier. The Terrier, of course, is the more efficient engine. But I'm at about 50 kilometers. I would think now is a good time. So I'm going to hit 1. I got to throttle up because that Terrier's got a way less thrust on it. That's the downside of switching to the Terrier. Ah, yes. This doesn't have enough thrust to keep that apoapsis at bay. I'm getting closer to my apoapsis. As long as I think it should be okay. As long as that doesn't get to 0, I'm good. I think we're okay. It's decreasing very slowly. Now, I'm looking at the design of this. The only thing I would probably think it has, the wings are just kind of too big. It's not necessary to have that much lift. And all that is more mass and drag when you're doing your ascent. You know what? I'm going to pitch up just a smidge. Don't like how close. I should have waited just a little longer before putting on that Terrier. That's better. Let's lock it onto prograde, see what that's like. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I can actually even start reducing thrust. Alright, I'm just going to let this get up to 80 kilometers, and then we'll start thinking about, well, maybe 70. Oh, little quick camera jingle there. I'm actually going to stop at 75. I want to keep my orbit fairly low. Alright. Let's get to apoapsis and finish this off. Not a ton of delta V in this thing. Oh, I'm still in the atmosphere. I was wondering why my time warping is so slow. Don't know what that is. It looks like a chunk of debris. Oh my gosh, we're still in the atmosphere. There we go. Okay, now we can time warp more quickly. And this is going to be hard. I mean, our apoapsis is 57 kilometers, so this is going to be hardly anything to circularize. So I'm going to wait till I'm very close to apoapsis. We'll just push this the rest of the way. That should be that. You can get closer. A tiny. There we are. Okay, there's 75 by 75. Now what we got to do, we're getting good solar exposure. Now what we got to do is think about getting to the station here. Here it is. And I'm not going to do the same sort of shenanigans that I just did with the other ship, because I only have 268 meters per second to play with, so I don't want to get too cute. So this is going to be a little while. Well, time warping will fix that problem, won't it? Okay, so you can see our nodes are very, very far apart, so we can start hopping ahead orbits. do about a minute. And this is all because I wasn't thinking when I launched the plane. I was too excited. I got ahead of myself. And didn't look at where the station was when I did my launch. That's okay. Okay. So we got ourselves a 1.9 kilometer separation. Let's tilt this for the solar panels just a little bit. That burn is in 2 hours and 43 minutes. I don't think I should just check, but I still think that my Minmus is still, the Minmus supply barge is still a long way from its, yeah, it's still almost 2 days away, so no worries there. I don't want to end up missing that correction burn. Oh, planes, planes. There we are. Where's my plane? Switch to that. Meanwhile, the other... I see that from Dave. Meanwhile, the other ship disappears into interplanetary space. Yes, that would be just like me. That's why I went and checked. There is a, in case people haven't noticed, about a 20-second lag when it comes to the chat comments, and that's the ones I don't miss. I miss probably about half of them. Okay, put that on prograde. Get ready to make the burn. We're getting there. It's just taking us a little longer. There we go. About 2.2 kilometers separation there. We'll have to zero that in, but first we'll get ourselves a little closer. There is something neat about space planes, even when they're like this and just in rocket mode. Yeah, alarm clock would be a good second choice for another mod, but I'm really resisting. I'm not 100% sure why I'm resisting so much putting on mods. It's just I have my tutorial series and it's completely mod free. And, oh, it's way up there. And I want to kind of stay true to that. I'm gonna have to burn this way. Let's see. There we go. It's bringing that down. No, it's not. Trying to figure out which way I need to burn this thing. That's... Oh, it was messing with me. It was switching between the two intersect points. Okay, about 500 meters closest approach. Okay, we're under 100 meters. That's good. All right. Slow down a bit more. Well, the view's still on chase. That's what's so messy. That's so weird. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jeez. Slow down. Oh, pointing it right at the station might not have been smart. Come on. I don't know what got me all messed up there for a bit, but we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay. Coming in a little hot. Here, let's just do a quick switch. Back. Set as a target. Get rid of you. Okay, let's just slow this right down. Okay. We're good. We're good. Okay, control from here. So we're going to have to roll this. Oh, but now the roll's not roll. There we go. That messes up all the controls. We're going to flip upside down. There's our... There's that. There's even some little lines here to help you orient. I just want to make sure those wings don't do any clipping. Here, let's aim our camera over here. Back up a little bit. There we go. Okay, now as soon as I see that prograde vector on the nav ball, which way do I gotta go? A little that way, I think. Okay, I see the prograde icon coming up on the bottom here, or the target icon. There we go. We got this. Should get ready to toggle this torque. Do I have other... I don't think I have other reaction wheels on here. Oh, whoa, 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 pay attention. Boink. Okay, there we go. Toggle that torque. No other reaction wheels on here, I don't think. I don't think I did put other reaction wheels on here. Okay, so let's get our Minmus crew set and ready to go. So, number 1 is going to be Jebediah, who I think is probably still in here. I think I didn't take him out. Oh, let's get... Yeah. Let's get... No, Kertop's staying right there. What am I doing? Jebediah is going into the carries here, I think is what I called this thing. And we're going to give Jebediah a co-pilot in the form of... Who is our co-pilot going to be? Who's our engineer? Leonard. Try that again. Leonard. Oh! No, that's right. I'm doing it. I keep getting mixed up between the ships here. There we go. And then we got Bob. Bob, I believe, is in here. And Bob's going to go in there. And then finally, another scientist. Whoops. Catridge is a scientist, right? Yeah. So let's get our Minmus crew away. I believe this thing is completely fueled up. It sure as heck better be. Turn that. Yep. Okay. RCS back away a little bit. Turn on that engine. There are reaction wheels. I think I just see them. Oh, they've never been disabled, so that's that's good. Sometimes it's a good idea to disable reaction wheels before you get into... Oh, the reaction wheels must be disabled. I cannot move this thing. Now they're running. There we go. It's a good idea to toggle the reaction wheels on a station. You have reaction wheels all pointing in different directions. They tend to sometimes disagree on which direction is the right direction and can lead to interesting things. Okay, we are going to Minmus. Set as a target. I am forever getting messed up by the moon lately. I've been noticing it's been close the last couple of times. Shoot. Okay. That's, I think, a miss. About 920 meters per second or so. Why is that blowing out of here so dramatically? Okay, let's reduce less. What? Oh, it's because of the thing. As always, it's because of the moon. There we go. That's more sensible. But that's making it further away. I think the moon is gonna mess me up. It is. Well, actually, we might be able to get... Why not? Let's see if we can make this work. I think the moon's actually in a spot where it's in a position to give us a teeny tiny bit of an assist. Why not see if we can not take advantage of that? Okay, I'm going to adjust the timing here a bit. Let's focus our view on Minmus. That's not bad, considering, by the way, I am in an equatorial orbit around Kerbin, and the moon's actually, I don't know, it's easy to see, but it's actually affecting the inclination. It's actually shooting me a little bit down towards the south and doing a little bit of the correction burn for me. I might just live with this and then do another correction burn once we're past the moon. And I'm only burning 187.7 meters per second for this burn. Normally going to Minmus is about 120. I can't complain about this. See if we can tweak this down a little bit more. I don't want to spend too much time playing with this. Well, actually, that works pretty good. More this way. It's getting closer and closer with each time I do that. Getting a moon assist. Now, I wasn't going to get this picky with it, but now that it's getting... Look how close I am to Minmus. I'm actually too close. Well, now that's a miss. Tiny adjustments are making a huge difference here. Wow. Sorry, I'm starting to have too much fun with this. I shouldn't be having this much fun. It's a little more, okay. No more fooling around. Let's just get this about right. I'll live with that. Oh, shoot. There. We're going to live with that. That ain't bad. So we're doing a 879 meter per second burn, which is less than it normally takes to get the Minmus. Where's the moon? I just want to make sure we're coming within 1.5 thousand kilometers of the moon. Let's look at how we're doing this. So we're coming around the moon like this. The moon's affecting our trajectory and steering us into Minmus. That's pretty nice. Okay, we're going to do this. So this burn's coming up in a measly 19 minutes. I just want to make sure. Let's time warp a bit. I don't want to end up... Don't want to end up driving this into the station. That's always my worry. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. The station's coming in behind me. Yep. Where's the station? Station's very far away. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I kind of love space stations. I like the whole thing of building crafts that just stay in space and you just keep using them to do stuff. Maybe that's laziness on my part, but okay. Getting close here. 2 minute and 2 second burn. Three, two, go. We are off. Fortunately, there's precious little science on this thing. There's only EVAs and crew reports that I can do as I go through the moon's SOI. And I've already been through the moon's SOI. There might not be any science to collect around the moon as I go by. But it's kind of neat that I'm doing it. Everything I fly that runs out of fuel in orbit becomes a station. Yeah. That's when you go, it's all part of the plan. All part of the plan. Minmus crew. All right, about another 35 seconds left on this burn. And I should actually watch this from Minmus. This is going to be super twitchy. I think if I'm anything close, I should just go with it. Okay, slow down. Okay, I can see it coming. All right. That is super. Look, it's going to be like the tiniest of corrections just to get to where the... Oh, that's not true. I need to bring it all the way down to here. I'm just realizing that. Oh, well. That's okay. That's okay. Still won't be bad. Okay. Let's put this onto a vector for the solar panels. That should be good. And now... we got a lot of things happening now. We have these folks on their way, well, first to the moon. So they're going to cross the moon in 2 hours and 35 minutes. We have this guy. Let's check on our supply barge again. Its burn is still a day away. So what I'm thinking I'll do is... keep the... what am I doing? Let's get back to our ship here. There they are. We'll do the cross of the moon, and then we'll probably do the correction burn, and then we'll bring our rescued engineer back down to the surface. How's that all sound? So where is the moon? There's the moon coming up there. So I'm just going to... oh, we got way too many. There we go. Let's just put a warp to here, right about there. Here comes the moon. Okay, we are in the moon's SOI. I am pretty sure there's nothing to do here. Crew reports have been done. A bomb, you can do an EVA. What do you think? Is there an EVA report to do? Nope. So, there's nothing to do here. No other science. There's no science on that vessel. We have an hour and 1 minute to cross here. So, let's cross past the moon's SOI, and then we can set up our correction. Get away from the moon. There we go. Our encounter with the moon is done, and then we gotta do a correction burn somewhere around here. Let's focus our view on Minmus. Okay, I need to see the station. There it is. I'm just gonna play around a little bit to find a better spot for it, where I can get more bang for my buck, as it were. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, that's too much. Tiny adjustments. Again, that's the way I want to do it, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's pretty good. So that's going to be our correction burn. That's in 5 hours and 11 minutes. Okay. 5 hours and 11 minutes. Where is our thingy? This is where alarm clock gets really handy to know which of these is coming first. This is in 3 hours and 1 minute. So this one's coming first. So let's deal with that. Tiny little burn. So we're going to end up reducing the throttle here. Right down to like there. Okay. Can we start to see Minmus coming? Not yet. I don't see it yet. Might be in the sun there. Okay, let's get on the burn here. Whoa. Okay, focus our view on Minmus. Oh my gosh, there's way too many. This is getting more complicated than I want. Focus view here. Okay. And there's no reason to let this get to 0. Like, you can just start the burn right away. So let's just do this. Because timing is not integral to this. I'm just going down to that trajectory just touches. Boom. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so solar panels are probably fine. We are 9 days. Holy crap. 9 days. Yeah, we're doing see what's happening as we come around Minmus. We're doing the going past Apoapsis and coming back down. So we're not hitting Minmus in 9 days. Okay, let's get back to this one. Oh, I didn't call these the Keries. I called this the Kerion. I'm just noticing that. It's a more sensible name anyway. All right, this one's 2 hours away. Again, we're going to reduce that thrust right down. These guys might beat them to Minmus. Just might. With their little boost from the moon. Just might beat the supply barge. Okay, again, focus our view on Minmus. Again, no reason to let the start to burn get down to 0. We can just do this right away. Same idea. Yeah, that's about exactly the right spot I'm looking for. Bam. Alright, now when are they getting... Whoops. When are they getting to Minmus? That is the question. I think they're getting there first. They're getting there in 6 days. So they will be getting there before... They're taking a more direct route. They'll be getting there before the supply barge gets there. They're gonna beat them. So, but either way, 6 days, 9 days, that gives us enough time. We focus our view back here and get down to Kerbin Station to get our rescued engineer down. And, yep. So I need to take Kertop. That's right. Where is Kertop? Kertop must still be in here. Or Haidous. That's her name. Sorry. Transfer crew. Haidous. Haidous goes into here. Kertop stays here. So we're going to completely abandon the station. Leave nobody in here. Let's get down to the surface. So we're going to turn off everything but that. Good. We're going to be in the sunshine for our landing. That is what I want. Okay, I always like to start my burn right, lined up with the Boomerang launch site. That's my goal. Alright, let's undock. And I think RCS, this one? Nope, this one. Oh, and toggle that torque back on. Alright, and retrograde is this way. And our engine's still on. Alright, let's do this. I find a periapsis of about 40 kilometers seems to do this about right. Maybe a little lower now that I'm seeing where it's coming out. Let's go for 35. I can't remember what I used last time. I did put this on the runway last time, and I can't remember what my descent profile was like. I should really keep track of those things. I just always forget to. I'm going to go for 35 kilometers. There. We'll see how this goes. Okay, normal vector. How's our electricity situation? We're good. We've got tons of monopropellant too. I could have given some to the station. Let's spin around. We might catch some rays. All right, let's do this. Sun's coming up. Charge up our batteries. All right. So, gonna go prograde. Gonna roll this so that the blue is up. Whoa, that's overcooked that a little bit. A little too aggressive. Okay. And I'm going to pitch up to about 45 degrees. I'm also going to put this view on free. I find that works better for me. And we are just about set to plunge into the atmosphere and see how this goes. Hello there, Under Siege. And what was that? Usti? Is that right? Welcome. KSP is all about learning through failure. And somehow I always seem to continue. Every mistake that I ever see anybody mentioned in comments or chat or whatever are mistakes I have absolutely made multiple times myself. And somehow, despite years of playing this game, I'm still finding more ways to make mistakes. It never seems to end. Okay, waiting for some of those heating effects to start. There we go. Okay. Just going to wait for some of those heating effects to kick in, and now we're coming into the feels. I feel high, as I do. You know, I do have, to be honest, if I ever wanted to use some engines towards the end here, if I shut down these ones and activate these ones, if I needed emergency engines, it's these Reliance are the ones that I think are the better choice, because they have a higher atmospheric efficiency, though they're still pretty limited, and I don't have much fuel left. But that's the design of this thing. It's just meant to come down with hardly any fuel left. Okay, stall, baby, stall. I should have brought down that periapsis further than I did. Put on RCS. Oh, the RCS, I don't have attitude control for the RCS. Well done, sir. Yaw pitch roll. I always turn these off and then regret turning them off. I don't know why I turn these off, especially for a space plane. Having these on is great. Yaw pitch roll. Okay, RCS. There you go. Ah, they're not doing too much anyway. Stall the plane. We are coming way over the KSC. I'm pitching up as hard as I can. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to spin you around this way. That's the ticket. There we go. To be honest, if you're doing your own space plane, it's better to overshoot than undershoot, because it's pretty easy to ditch into the water. So this is probably the safer way to do this. We got this. I think. Still got a little bit too much horizontal speed here. Now it's starting to stall out. Okay, don't need the RCS anymore. We got this. Not the most orthodox way to do it, but it works. I know, God, I shouldn't count these chickens actually before we're on the runway, should I? Got Kertop, my least... Oh, no, he's got quite a lot of experience. What am I saying? Been orbiting the moon. He's landed on Minmus. He's one of my more experienced pilots. All right. And then this will satisfy, provided we land okay. This will satisfy the rescue contract here. Okay, I'll put this on terrain. This is always fun because I love that you get one shot at this. You know, it's like all the stakes on this. Oh, I do have air brakes. I gotta remember that. I got flaps that I can deploy to really slow this down. I think I need them. Okay, drop that landing gear. Come on, slow down. Thing is, when I deploy the flaps, I really do lose. You can also just stall by doing this. There we go. That worked. When I deploy the flaps, I do lose attitude control, so I got to be a little careful with them. I got a feeling the deploy is not the same on both sides. Come on, stall a bit more. Go slower. Whoa, 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 there we go. Oh, I might have done that a little too much now. We'll see, we're still up in the air. Okay, down on the runway, come on. My terrifying, terrifying. Into the runway we go. Okay. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, it's slidey. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Always looked scary on the way down. Ended up fine. Boom. All right, there we go. Space plane down. Yeah, I could add on some extra control surfaces. That's probably not a bad idea. That's the issue with them. As soon as I deploy the flaps, I don't have ailerons, so that's kind of what that's all about. Okay, this should have satisfied me a contract, and Haidous is level 1. Contract complete. Well done. Haidous is recovering in one piece and is now enjoying a thorough debriefing from the comfort of her quarantine cell. Okay, time to get this Minmus. The Minmus nonsense done. So number 1 is the Kerion 1. I guess that's the advantage of having all that wing surface on that plane, is that it does give you a lot of gliding ability. Okay. We are on our way to Minmus, and these folks we have already determined are getting there first. So let's do this. So let's warp to there. Where is Minmus? Where are you? Is it in the sun? Oh, there it is. Here comes Minmus. Okay, so we are now in Minmus's SOI. I just want to take... I'm so paranoid. Yeah, see, this one's going to do the loop around Apoapsis and then get Minmus on the flip side. Okay. So, station. There's our station. So, I think this is looking alright here. So I'm just going to put a maneuver right about there. I don't think I want to play with anything. Here, let's focus this on Minmus. There we go. Yep. I'm happy with that spot. And then we're gonna set the Minmus as a station as a target. And we're going to add a bunch of retrograde. Now I want to keep this, I got to make a pretty mammoth inclination change. And so the best plan is to keep this ascending node up high. The higher, okay, that's probably high enough. 5 hours, yeah, okay. So let's see here. Let's try and fiddle with this so we can get a bit of an encounter too. That's not making a difference, so I think I need to come forward in time a little bit. If I'm not mistaken. There it is. Now, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, that's good enough for now. So we're going to come in, we're going to do this burn, we're going to get our capture, we're going to fix our inclination up here and tweak this encounter, and then when we come back, plan is we are meeting with the station. We do have a 70.5 degree inclination change to make. Okay, so that's coming up in 1 day, 2 hours, and 15 minutes. And just to make sure, switch to. This is getting to Minmus in 2 days, 3 hours. So we are still cool. We are still good. Where is my ship? There's my ship. Switch to there. All right. Yeah. Let's turn up the thrust. That makes more sense. Let's get to Minmus. I want to get this stuff all docked before we blow out of here. I know there's about, I'm closing in on the 2 hour mark, but I really don't want to leave without this. Ooh, look how close we're coming to the station already. Okay, retrograde. Oh, not target retrograde, orbit retrograde. You know what? I'm going to keep it locked on retrograde. It's close enough to the maneuver node. I want to get all these guys docked on Kerbin Minmus Station, and then next week will be about getting some more science out of Minmus. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. There we go. I'll leave it at that. Got a closest approach of, again, just want to look. Whoa! Those RCSs are hooked onto the closest approach of about 8.6 kilometers, which is fine for now. Again, that's just for the solar panels. Now we got to come up to here and affect our inclination change. So we want to have a maneuver right there at the equatorial ascending node. We want to keep a look at both our relative inclination and our closest approach. I can see both numbers right there. So I'm not sure which way I gotta go. That's increasing my relative inclination, so I gotta go this way. I need a bit of retrograde. That's getting close right there already. Move that down. Oh, I made it, that's the wrong way. Whoa. What did I... Oh, I hit that big number. That was my mistake. Okay, let's go back to what it was. Shoot, how did I mess this up? Why am I messing this up so bad? Bring this back. There we go. I've changed the, here, I don't need it to jump this much. The actual normal acts like the retrograde prograde part, and they've kind of switched roles here. The retrograde, prograde, and normal because of how really tiny adjustments now. Okay, where are our this way? That burn's coming up in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Does that make kind of sense? Yeah, I guess so. Coming around that way. Not sure what happened to my encounter indicators. They seem to be way far apart again, but I'm just going to go for it. Plan really is... Here, I can make that closer. Plan really is to fix the inclination more than anything. That's close enough. I'm getting way too fiddly. Way too fiddly. Okay, the lat burn's coming up in 2 hours and 1 minute. And again, because I'm paranoid, Let's check on this guy. I got a feeling they're going to get all the way to the station before this guy even enters. Yeah, 2 days. They're going to get to this. They're going to get all the way to Minmus Station before this guy even enters in to Minmus's SOI. So I don't know why I'm so paranoid. Switch to. All right. Okay, let's get to that burn. Watch Minmus go away. So this is a pretty mammoth inclination change, but it's actually not. It's like 51 meters per second burn. It's not ridiculously huge. But I mean, you know. That's Minmus for you. It's so forgiving. Okay, again, 6-second burn, so I'm going to start burning at 6 seconds and just go to about half throttle. You can see the change that's happening here. That's good. Kind of went by eyeballs there at the end, but whatever. All right, how can I affect... Looks like my encounter is not coming for right away like I was originally planning, but oh well. Set that as a target. Let's burn a little prograde because I can see I can bring down that periapsis just a bit. I'm going to actually just use RCS here. There. RCS off. Let's put a burn right about here, or a maneuver right about here. See if we cannot. Okay, so we're going to go around once and then come around again. Is what's going to end up happening here. Actually, what I might as well do... Gosh, there. I might as well do a lot of this. Just doink. Oh, that's too much, obviously. There. I'll also bring down this orbit a little bit, and in that way that reduces the encounter speed. Well, that's as good as that's going to get. So we're going to bring our orbit all the way down to here. Okay, so that burn's coming up in 3 hours. We got time for that still. I think our solar panels have got some good exposure, so let's do that. Oh, might as well put that on retrograde. A lot of finagling to get to the station, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay. Put that on there so I can watch. Okay, let's go. Not much of a burn again. Whoa, I might have overdone that. Maybe not. I'm just hitting there we go. I'm just hitting the RCS until this encounter distance is something fairly small. 666 meters is our encounter distance now. And we're going to be there in 2 hours and 19 minutes. So we're going to come all the way around and then meet. I'm going to check the probe. I'm so paranoid with this. I'm going to just check this probe one last time. So we're there in 2 hours and 19 minutes. The last thing I want is to all of a sudden look at this and see that it's gone by Minmus. 1 day and 2 hours. I don't need to be so paranoid. switch to. It's worth the look. Yeah, the encounter of the beast. 666. All right. Let's see here. We're going to be, let's put this on this, this on this, this on this. So 2 hours and 19 minutes. Free view. Where is Minmus? Hello, Minmus. Okay. There's the station coming below us, but we should be, we're speeding up as we're falling, so we're going to be catching up to it soon enough. Okay. Let's put that on retrograde relative to the station. We're about 4 minutes from the station. I'm not entirely sure I need to make any adjustments. Maybe. What happens if I burn a little bit this way? Our encounter speed's only 15 meters per second, for goodness sakes. So right now, does that bring... Oh, that's making it worse. Okay, don't make it worse. Let's get closer, see what that's doing. Let's just put... now this is making sense. It wasn't making sense, these numbers, just a moment ago, but now this. Let's put that right onto the retrograde there. There we go. Man, I have done so many rendezvous with this station over the past several episodes. Should be becoming pretty routine. Alright, let's just slow this right down. Okay. Where are we going to dock? Where are we going to dock? That's a very good question. Where are we going to dock? Let's find a port. I guess we're going to dock here, because I don't see another small docking port available, which means I'm going to definitely retract that and retract that one. That is danger. Oh, it's down low. Okay, I see that. So we got to go a little bit. Let's set that as a target. Ah, don't do that to me. Stupid cam. I'm really coming in close to hitting this thing. Stop it. How close am I? There we go. Okay. Now we just missed it. A little this way. Okay. Control from here. We came really close to hitting it there. Well, there's a docking port I could have gone for, but I'm not. Okay. Under control. I don't think I'm quite going the direction I want to go, but we're under control. Okay, R. Somewhat in that direction. Oh, I can see the target icon coming up here. Let's aim our camera up at the top. Going for that docking port right there. Might have made my life easier doing other things, but that's not what I ended up doing. There we go. Now we're going in the right direction. When you see all these guys in a line, you are going in the right direction. Get rid of this. And I really should disable the attitude control on those on this thing. I should keep them on for the space plane and keep them off for this. Oh well, we're almost there. Oh, I don't use McJeb. Not a fan. You gotta fly. You gotta fly yourself. Actually, although I did try McJeb years and years and years ago, I could not believe how much monopropellant McJeb uses to do its docking. I found that pretty crazy. Okay, we are here. Let's control. Oh wait, what do we want to do? I want to get those reaction wheels. Toggle that torque. Toggle the torque. Toggle the torque. Where's toggle torque? Because I'm clicking on a P, dummy. Where is the reaction wheels? They're in here somewhere. There. No. Right, I can see you. There you are. Toggle that torque. Okay. So let's put our 2 scientists, transfer crew, Bob, into the science bay you go. And into the science bay you go. Now, I should be able to, from here, like we got science we can do. I can, oh, it can level up the crew. Jebediah is now level 2. Nice, okay. But the main thing I wanted to do was, I should be able to do things like crew reports. Do I have to do them here? Crew report. Crew report. Oh, there's nobody in there now. Crew report on this one. Crew report. And now I got the option C to create 80 or whatever, 80 science worth of data. And I can do that. And then that gets stored in the lab, right? Isn't that how that works? Yes, I have 16 of 750 data that I can get in the lab. Now, was that biome specific? Space high over Minmus. It was not. We can do an EVA report. Bob can do that himself. EVA report. Oh, we're getting some wobbling happening. We're going to grab that, going to get on in aboard, and then we're going to review that data and turn that into transmittable science. I definitely also, before I get too far ahead in all this, extend all of these solar panels. This generating the science uses a lot of electricity, so that's why I put all these solar panels on here. We also have here a materials bay. We can conduct a materials bay. Create some science from that. We can do a mystery goo. And so even though I've already collected the science here, we can do this transmittable science thing because of our lab. We have a pressure scan. Make some science with that. Nice. How are we doing for science in here now? We have 180 data out of possible 750. I don't know if there's a thermometer there, but I'll show you what I did wrong with the thermometer in a second. Okay, let's get Cat Rig. Let's get her out. Come on, Cat Rig. I'll show you what I did with the. I noticed this after. Is that thermometer actually still has science in it? I forgot to collect it from the last time we were here at Minmus. So, Cat Rig. If I go right in here, and I should be able to take that data, but I think I should be able to review the data here. Yeah, this is from Minmus's flats. So I don't want to get rid of that. But what I can do is I can now run this experiment. And we're going to make science from you. All right, and then we'll reset all this stuff. Nice. On the other side. So that will just generate science for us passively in the background. Store that one. And get her back inside. That's why I wanted to get those scientists up here. Board. So let's take a look here. What's it doing? Does it tell you the rate? It's generating 3 science a day. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. What's this review data thing? Temperature scan from Minmus's flats. Oh, I don't want to turn that into... No. We're going to just flat out keep that one and take it home. That's a for real science. All right, let's get to our barge, and then we're going to call her a day. Let's get that to Minmus, to the station. Oh, we're talking about the starship. That was pretty spectacular yesterday. No doubt about that. All right, let's get over here. I'm still, I don't know, the Mars thing to me, I'm a naysayer though. I find it dubious. I just think it's a good way to go somewhere to die, honestly. But maybe that's just me. I can see him though Elon taking him and a bunch of close friends for a nice trip around the moon for sure. That I can absolutely see. Okay, how are we doing here? Alright, again, exactly the same plan. Maneuver node right about here. And a bunch of retrograde on that. Want to keep it. Here, let's set the station as a target. Where is the station? Way down here. Want to keep that periapsis fairly, or this ascending node here fairly high. That should be good. I think that's very similar to what I had before. Okay, so we'll live with that. That burn is coming up 2 hours and 12 minutes. Let's do it. Here, let's put this on free. Everything's better on free view. Boom. Let's go. Get her done, get her done, get her done, get her done. That's it. We're over 2 hours on this stream. This has got to be my longest stream yet. But I can't quit now. We're almost at Minmus. Almost at Minmus. This is not right. Okay, let's do this again. Closer still. Had that thrust limiter way down from when I did the correction burn. Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. Honestly, that's good enough. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be a speed do. Okay, let's just get that there for the solar panels. Roll it a little bit that way. All right, let's fix that inclination again. Putting a maneuver right up here. Oh, not there. Where's the... Sorry, up here. I'm on the whole wrong orbit. Right there. Okay, does this make it better or worse here? It's getting worse. Better this way. Okay, and then bring that down. Bring that down. Okay, I think I overdid that. Definitely overdid that. So let's get the sensitivity of this down. I'm looking at our relative inclination and just getting that as low as I can. Get it lower still. Probably have this set too low. Wow, I'm really close to just getting this encounter too. How far apart are we? I'm gonna do this right here. Right there, we got I think it said 1.2 kilometers separation, relative inclination 0.2 degrees. I'm happy with that. Oh, 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 oh. So that burn is in 1 hour and 34 minutes. So let's get to that. This is not retrograde. I don't know what made me want to push that retrograde button. There we are. Get to the station. That's what we're going to do. And unless I've missed something, this should satisfy that station contract. Please satisfy that station contract. I'm going to be very, very upset if it doesn't. Okay, go to half throttle. Actually, let's go to here so I can watch this. More. See what that's like. Look at this. I got this encounter coming up here. 2.2 kilometers separation. Let's see if we can just tweak that and just not have to go around again. Okay, so what happens if I hit RCS and there we go. Good enough. 1.9 kilometer separation down there. Coming up in 2 hours and 9 minutes. Again, get some solar panel exposure. Let's get down there. Let's get down there. There's the station. All right, we're about 4 minutes away from the station. Start thinking of slowing this down. Bringing down our encounter speed, or our separation, our closest approach. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, 70 meters on our closest approach now. Let's get in there. Now this one has the Clampetron. Whoa, you idiot stick. Could have gone a lot worse. Okay. A little too much of a hurry. Okay. Alright, let's get over there. This has got, I was just saying, a regular Clampetron, so I got to dock it somewhere with, where is it? What side am I coming at it on? Oh, shoot. I am coming at it on, stop the camera, that on the cupola side, on this side. So we're going to go to here. Okay, set that as a target. Control from here. That looks just about perfect. I think I'm aiming right at where I want to go. Look at that. Despite how ridiculous that was, I'm actually coming in really well. Set that there. Aim our camera here. Don't need this anymore. Okay. Just time warp to it. I could have just drove right into the station with that stunt. That was really dumb. Coming in is... Got a little carried away. Talking and time warping at the same time is probably a bad idea. Slow down. There we go. And this should satisfy some contracts. And if it doesn't, I will keep my profanity to a minimum, but no promises. And boink. Okay. I don't see a contract complete thing. What the heck? There was a build a new station. Build a new orbital station around Minmus. Okay, everything's checked off. 18 Kerbals, Copula, Mobile Processing Lab, 6,000 units of liquid fuel. Hold stability for 10 seconds. That seems to already be done. It's checked off. And put your station in orbit around Minmus. But I think what it doesn't like is not all of this is new. Well, you know what? Yeah, forget you. I don't care. I don't care that not all of this is new. It's ridiculous that you expect me to build a brand new station. This is my opportunity. Sorry, we got some wobbling happening here. This is my opportunity to expand the station, so I think this is a silly contract. KSP needs to work on those contracts. So I am taking control of the situation. I'm going to first of all toggle off that torque. I have all of these check marks. The fact that you know, some of this is still old, I don't care. I don't care. So what I'm going to do, Alt F12. You can call me a cheater. Go ahead. I don't care. We are getting into contracts. Where are they? Contracts. There they are. Contracts. This is... What is this? Build a new space station around Minmus. As far as I'm concerned, I am in the spirit of the contract. Oh, active, silly. There we go. Build a... Must be down the bottom. No. No. Build a new orbital station around Minmus. As far as I'm concerned, done. There. The heck with you. As far as I say, you're even telling me now you're happy. There we go. Me. Yay, me. There we go. Minmus station, as far as I'm concerned, is complete. We have more fuel than we probably ever know what to do with. But I think that's all going to have to be for next week. Shutting down engines here. We'll take all of these fellows. We'll bring them down to the... Oh, actually, can't take all of them because only 3 people fit into the lander. But we'll take 3 of them. We'll get down to the surface. We'll get some stuff done. Hopefully get ourselves a nice, great big science haul. But all of that's going to have to be for next week. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you then. See ya.